Kwaba, welcome to this week's edition of Ghana in Focus with myself, Kwame, Ghanaian broadcaster, writer, journalist, podcaster, and entrepreneur. And in this week's episode of Ghana in Focus, we're looking about business opportunities in Ghana. This is part one of a series that we'll be doing a lot next year, exploring different business opportunities in Ghana. All right, so before we get into the podcast, if you like what you hear, share to your friends, family, social media networks, subscribe to Ghana Africa in Focus on YouTube, and also subscribe on Spotify podcasts. All right, we want to get as many followers on both channels, so please subscribe to Ghana Africa in Focus in podcast on Spotify and also on YouTube as well. And if you want to do business in Ghana, we do offer a consultancy session whereby we can make a package for your needs. So if you are interested in wanting to do business in Ghana, wanting to know more about the Ghana card, wanting to know more about, citizenship in Ghana, then give us an email, drop me an email, and I'll leave you my email at the front notes to be shown. All right, so let's get into this podcast, looking at business opportunities in Ghana, part one. So like I said, this is something that we're going to talk a lot more about in next year, where we got a lot of business opportunities for you that you can tap into. So contrary to the fact that many young Ghanaians are leaving Ghana, they don't see the opportunities that I see and that many other people see in Ghana. They're just fixated about wanting to leave Ghana and go to Europe and America. And a lot of them, some of them are selling their houses, their cars, to get their $15,000 or $10,000 or however much it is to leave Ghana. That money could be used to create a business in Ghana. So, like I said, despite that, there are many, many business opportunities in Ghana. And this is a taster for what we're going to do next year, part of what we're going to do next year, whereby we'll be delving a lot into more business and, investment opportunities in Ghana. So I'll be doing a lot more of that next year. All right, so I just want to start on one business opportunity that is very, very in demand, as Ghana is like a virgin country in this particular sector. So software development, particularly in areas like HR and payroll. Now, if you are a software developer and if you can develop software in payroll and HR, you'll be a millionaire, literally. Why? Because, like I said, the IT data scope in Ghana is relatively new. So, saying the last sort of 10 kind of years or so, 15 years, whereby people are looking at apps, developing software for other, genres or other sectors of the economy. And so software development or having the ability to develop software is a very, very new business opportunity in Ghana. And so if you are somebody who is a software developer, and specifically in the areas of HR and payroll, you make a lot of money. Why? Because there are many businesses in Ghana, and HR and payroll, everyone needs HR, everyone needs payroll. And so if you can develop user-friendly, easy to use software for payroll and HR, you'll make a lot of money. So there's payroll. So for example, a lot of businesses in Ghana. So this could be even government agencies, as well as the banking sector, because they have massive payroll and massive HR. You look at other industries like the telecommunications companies. Again, they've got massive payroll and massive HR. Even if you look at small SMEs, somebody's got, I don't know, for example, a burger joint or a small restaurant or a a transport business, yeah, that will require a degree of HR and payroll. And so even within that alone, that quest alone, HR and payroll, just those two software alone, because that is a common thread in many, many industries, yeah. If you can develop, like I said, user-friendly, easy to use software enables of payroll and HR, you'll make a lot of money because those two things are very, very high in demand, particularly if your product is very, very user-friendly and is very, very easy to use because people do not want complicated software or software that you have to press a lot of buttons for, even just to check out on the payroll side of things or do a quick calculation of how much salary you have to pay to your workers. So if you're able to do something that is, pretty efficient, develop a software in payroll, for example, that is pretty efficient, easy to use, and non-complex, you will get a lot of clients. People will buy that software because why? It's easy to use, it's efficient, and it makes business, easier. Because many business owners, particularly if they're small, medium-sized enterprises. So, for example, it could be even a one-man shop or a two-man shop. They haven't got time to do payroll or HR because they want to look into research and development. They want to look into, into marketing, their business. They want to look into the sales aspect of their business. They want to look into even public logistics of their business. So they haven't got, time to mess around with payroll. And so if you're able to adapt your payroll software for, these kind of, SME owners who, like I said, maybe a one-man shop or two-man enterprise, then your product will go very far. So this software development is just a microcosm, microcosm of the massive opportunities that there are in Ghana. And like I said, we'll be bringing a lot more business and investment opportunities for you to tap into, particularly if you are a diasporan wanting to come to Ghana, looking at business opportunities. Yeah, like I said, there are many, many, many business opportunities that exist in Ghana, and we will endeavor to reveal some of those to you next year. But this one about software development is a very, 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 very good one to get into because, like I said, the IT sector in Ghana is still a virgin sector. And so, like I mentioned, if you're able to develop user-friendly, easy-to-use software for payroll HR, you'll make a lot of money. All right, so this has been part one of business opportunities in Ghana. Like I said, we'll continue this series throughout 2025. And so thank you for listening to this edition of Ghana in Focus with myself, Kwame. Like I say, if you like the show, please share to your friends, family, social media networks. Subscribe to Ghana Africa in Focus on YouTube and also on Spotify. All right, so next week, it's December, so it's a tourist season in Ghana, and we'll be in Africa as well. So we'll be looking about tourism on the African continent because we're doing a lot of tourism in Ghana. I've satisfied, exhausted all the tourism in Ghana. So we're going to delve more into tourism in the African continent because there's, contrary to what you hear and see in the Western media, there's a lot to do and see in Africa. So for myself, Kwame, and from all the crew here on Ghana in Focus, thank you very much for listening. And we'll see you next week for some Ghana / Africa in Focus.